We have a breakout to a new all-time high in one of the most important metals, and nobody's talking about it yet. But that's why we're here on Hot Trades of the Day. Copper broke out to a new all-time high on Friday and is confirming it today in today's trading. We're going to look at copper, but more importantly, really interesting, the big upside is in the copper stocks. So we're going to talk about the copper miners. I'm going to give you two copper stocks that are really, really good looking. And I mean Cindy Crawford level good looking in the 1990s. And we're going to talk about one copper blue chip. A lot is happening in the copper sector. We need to know what's up. Let's get into it. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and month. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day. My name is Daniel Wilhelmi, and how about them Knicks? The broom, bring out the broom, sweep of the 76ers. I had a fantastic weekend anyway, and then the Knicks just, Jeff's kiss, topped it off. I hope you enjoy the Cosmopolitan at your favorite speakeasy bar or whatever you like to do on the weekend, and your weekend was just as good as mine. Well, you definitely are having good times if you're a copper investor and if you're long copper. Look at the chart. We are breaking out of this consolidation phase that we have seen basically all of 2026, except the crazy bull trap that turned out to be a nasty fake out that we saw here at the end of January, along with all the big metals, gold, silver. Downtrend, broken. We went below the 50 days, sold off. Now we're above the 50-day. Very important and very healthy. Tested the 200. Check mark on that one. Perfect. Didn't even go down to the blue support zone. Let me zoom out so you understand what we're talking about, right? This is a pretty big support zone, and we didn't even hit it. This resistance zone is what we need to pay most attention to. Broke above it, tried to break out a couple of times in April. Doing fail. Came back, gathered some strength, some momentum. When you're in college, you're at the bar, you see the girl, you're like, I gotta talk to her. You take the first two steps. Oh, maybe not. Go back, take another first two steps. Oh, she's talking to someone. Let's wait. You have another drink, and then you're like, now I'm ready. Now I got the drunken muscles. That's kind of what copper did, right? It went there, tried it, no. Ooh, gather some strength. But now we have the breakout. Look at this breakout. Perfect. On Friday, new all-time high close, and we're starting the week off strong. This is a monster signal, ladies and gentlemen. Copper is starting a new rally phase. Now, this has several reasons. We're going to get into this in a second. But let's start with the first things first. You hear all these gloom and doom people, and the world is coming to an end, and it's going to be 1929, and we're going to see 80% crash in stocks. And look, we're going to get the crash. It's going to come, okay? But it's kind of like the Knicks. Let's enjoy the moment and party in the moment. We know if we do make it to the NBA Finals, yeah, the Oklahoma Thunder is going to give us our own personal 1929 crash. But that's then, right? Until we get to the finals, we're not even in the finals yet. We have ways to go. And you know what? We might as well enjoy the ride and make some money with it. If the world was going to end in the next 3 months, this is not where the copper price would be. And I've been telling you this forever. All these YouTube videos that come out and say, oh, the crash is coming, the Armageddon is coming. Remember why people do this. They do this because if you call a crash and you nail it, your name will be remembered forever. All your other calls after this can be wrong or not be great. And the numerous people out there who have done this. You look at Michael Burry and his calls Check all his calls. His percentage of hitting on longs and shorts, it's fine. But it's nothing fabulous. But man, he nailed the financial crisis. And that got him a reputation forever. So that is the reason why you have so many people, especially on YouTube, trying to tell you that the market's going to crash. Because if it's going to crash and they call it early, that will set them up on the reputation side for years, sometimes ever. I prefer to be a realist, and I prefer to live life on the positive fun island in the ocean. These people can stay over on the sad island. I think it's pretty miserable over there, to be honest with you. I just look what the market is telling me. And it's telling me copper at all-time high, and that's not what the copper price should be if the world was coming to an end now. So be careful with the super bears out there and the people that are telling you that the world is going to calm down tomorrow or in the next few weeks or month. Now, obviously, we have a monster. Well, not monster, but it's going to be monster. Supply deficit in copper. And it got increased with a big-time accident as one of the biggest copper mines in the world last fall in September. We're running into a supply deficit where the demand is increasing because copper obviously is one of the crucial metals for the data centers, for the energy revolution, and overall the reshoring story. But the demand is increasing, but the supply is declining. And there are just no new big copper mines coming to the market. So the fundamentals are clearly bullish. The charts, the technicals, are clearly bullish now. If this holds in US trading, we got a confirmed breakout to new all-time highs. I mean, you don't need to be a chart technical wizard to know that's as great as it gets. Especially if the precious metals don't move fast to the upside, there'll be money shifting where the action is. Remember what I always tell you, what the normies are doing. And I know you're not one of the normies. You're watching this because we're commodity heavy. We like to be in the commodity super cycle. Why? Because that's where the easy money's being made. I like to make easy money. I like to have 4-0 sweeps over the 76ers. I hope you have stopped crying yet in Philadelphia. Why would I bother going to the equity markets trying to figure out which old economy company is going to be okay if inflation goes up and the consumer behavior goes up, if I can make easy money commodity sector? And if you missed Par's videos, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss on these videos. I think you'll like today's videos now that we're going to get into the meat of this video. And that is, we're going to talk about the copper miners. This is where the really interesting part is. Okay, so this is the first interesting part. New all-time high, breakout in copper, looks great. But here it is. This is the Global X copper miners. And look at this. While we have broken out to new all-time highs in the metal, the mining stocks are lagging. That is really interesting. That gives us opportunities if we choose to invest in copper. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. Hell, I'm a Knicks fan. Who wants a Knicks fan as a financial advisor? Come on, you're smarter than that. As you can see, we just regained the 50-day last week. Yes, we started to build a new short-term uptrend, but the medium downtrend still intact, the red line you see here. So what's going on? Well, some of the heavyweights, of the copper heavyweights, are not performing yet. And we're going to look at one that I actually really like. And that's Freeport-McMoRan. One of the heavyweights, as you know. And as you can see, we're in a sideways consolidation after a big move up. Completely normal. We talked about it, right? This is a bull flag scenario. And we're about to break out. And things were looking really good kind of like the Atlanta Hawks after game 3, after it took a 2-1 lead. Things were kind of looking good. And then, as you can see, the share price completely broke down. Even though the earnings themselves were quite good. As you can see, beat on revenue, 8.8%. That's great if you're a big company. Really beat on earnings, 22% above consensus. Outstanding. But, here's the big but, they had to report serious problems with the huge Grasberg copper, gold, silver mine in Indonesia. And we're going to talk about that in a separate video. This is important for the copper sector overall, but this is also important for interested investors that want to build out a copper portfolio, because there's a really, really clever way how to play copper and the copper stocks now with Freeport-McMoRan. And again, we're going to talk about it probably in tomorrow's video. Now I want to show you 2 smaller copper companies that are not that well known and are not in the center of attention as far as Main Street is concerned, as far as Wall Street is concerned, that look way better and that are definitely worth putting on your watch list if you want to trade breakouts in copper. And let's start with a bigger one, and that's Arizona Sonoran Copper. Sorry, just got a brain fart here. But it's a $1.3 billion company, so it's not small, but it's not a blue chip. Look how great that looks. I mean, first, obviously, I love this company because it's in Arizona. That's where I went to university. Not to the University of Arizona. I went to the good university. The Jedi side of the Force. I went to Arizona State. I didn't go to the dark side down there in Tucson. Look at this chart. This is a fantastic chart. We love these charts. Has been in consolidation since March, but it's making higher lows. You see the yellow resistance zone. We are above the 50-day. We're pushing higher. We break that yellow resistance zone. We make new highs. Ding, ding, ding. It's party time in Arizona. And I tell you what, if you're a student of Arizona State University, we'd like to call ourselves the Harvard of the West, which we are really not. You do know one thing. You do know how to party. And this stock looks ready to party. So if you're looking for a small blue chip in the copper space, so this one is big enough that institutions will have it on their radar and will hit the buy button if we break out. Arizona Sonoran Copper, that could be a stock that might be interesting for you. So the other one that probably very few people know, though it has reached $1 billion market cap by now, is Amerigo Resources. And full disclosure, I always give this on this channel. I am an investor in Amerigo Resources. I have been for, 2 years, 3 years or so. This has been a great investment. And as you can see, same thing. Fantastic run up. And now basically for the past month, almost all of 2026. But we had this little final spike here in 2026. But the rest of it has been a bull flag forming consolidation, healthy consolidation. This chart is one of the best charts that you'll find in the mining sector if you like trend following investing, which I like to do, or trend following swing trading, which I like even more in trading. Why? Because you have the trend in your back and you're going to get the trend followers buying into your position if you position yourself before them. This looks outstanding. We're above the 50-day. Uptrend, check, check. Great bottoming formation. We're right at the resistance zone. As you can see in the RSI, we have plenty of room to run, but we're gaining buying dynamic. This is fantastic. If you want to draw in like some inverse head and shoulders type of thing, I'm not going to fight you on this, right? I mean, this is kind of an embarrassing shoulder. Okay, but who cares? You get the idea. So what is up with I think my head and shoulders is drunk, ladies and gentlemen. I think it had one of these Cosmopolitans. But you want to draw this in. I'm not going to fight you. And if this is what you want to draw in, it looks even better because this shoulder is already higher than this shoulder, which is bullish, obviously. So, as you can see, interestingly, there is huge opportunity in the medium size, let's call them medium size, copper stocks, because the copper stocks are lagging the copper metal, and nobody's paying attention to the medium copper stocks that look good because a bunch of the big blue chip flagship copper stocks don't look good and great yet. So that gives us opportunity to keep an eye on these copper mid caps and get in before the buy alarm signals ring on Wall Street. That is it for today. We'll see us tomorrow. Let's go, Knicks. Have a great start to the week.